Do you factor in travelers to Savant information?
Yes. Unless an ability says not travelers.
Devious, evil, I'm on to you. All right, thank you.
So a cow walks into a Chinese restaurant and asks the waiter, "What would you recommend? I want something fried and something sticky, cooked by your best man in the back." The waiter says, "Oh, our Mugu Gai Pan."
Boy.
Yeah.
How did I know? How did I know?
It's gonna be
That's
one of
where it
those
was
nights. It's going to be one of those.
Apparently.
Oh, I need to do the laundry during the next days.
Wouldn't it be abundantly?
Aha.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Akam.
Hello.
Good evening, Akam.
Hola.
You're listening to the smooth sounds of Occam Blazer.
Is the scientific means of
KRWB
classifying...
Ravenswood Bluff, Teensyville, 103.2.
Is the scientific means of classifying good puns from bad puns done by way of Punnett Square?
Oh my gosh.
That was going.
I vote to evict.
But
Insert name here.
But if it's a Punnett Square, then wouldn't that just be a more a dad joke down the future generations?
Maybe.
I have a question.
Yes.
So what happens if a child does a pun joke? Does that mean that they're just kidding?
Boy.
Well, they could be the goat.
Also, quick clarification that for this game, I'm going to be using the new Kazali Soldier Jinx, which is effectively that the two characters are not jinxed at all, and that if the Kazali chooses the soldier, they just become the minion the Kazali chose.
Thank heavens.
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Great.
That's been suggested by Stephen. Otherwise, I think I'm about to send out characters.
Before tokens go out, there's a new map update that people should be aware of, especially if they're the widow. If you send a super long message, your envelope will be ridiculously large, so keep that in mind for any whispers you're sending.
You block the bullets.
All right, everybody, please send each other extremely long whispers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm sitting next to Math Blade. I have perfect reason to send giant.
Speaking of, I need to fix my token size.
When I just type
Tony, I saw that.
whisper.
No!
Nothing.
That was shit.
Turn that down.
Oh, that wasn't super long, Ryan, but it if you did like a very long one, like I saw while storytelling last week, people writing like full, like copy pasting full poems to each other, and the envelope being so massive and taking like a solid 15 seconds to get across. It was so funny, guys.
No.
I just copied a very long message over and over and over.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna
Ew, not you wiki posting me Rob, Boston Rob. How dare.
Oh, gross.
I sent Sandra, I have taste.
Welcome, everybody.
Not the Yaga phrase.
And welcome to the Mosh Pit Cafe, the best cat cafe in all of Ravenswood Bluff. It's enormous and it has so many wonderful fur babies. However, one day you go and you see that upon the giant cat tree, your storyteller has died because your storyteller is a dog. So this must be the work of a demon who might not even like cats. Go explore the many tunnels, appease the cats lest you be thrown to the cat pit, and good night, Ravenswood Bluff.
Yes, me.
Good luck, have fun. Night.
Monk. Something fun. Haven't been this in a while. We may not be it for long. Who knows? It could be very well a Kazali game. So the implications of Monk on this particular script. With Kazali or Imp, obviously, we are just preventing the death if the demon selects the same target. Lil Monsta is a little bit more interesting because Lil Monsta can sort of tailor around Monk. depending on what the storyteller wants.
Why
So
is everyone
we
so quiet?
may never see a night where we actively protect someone in a Lil Monsta game. However, the purview of our ability does force two players to be essentially safe from dying that night. Not two players, one player. I'm not an innkeeper. Which is really interesting. I really like the monk and innkeeper Lil Monsta and Legion implications. Some of the feedback that I've heard when I've sort of seen scripts that feature both characters are, well, this is pointless because the storyteller decides the deaths. But by virtue of the innkeeper, and if you were here for, I think it was Wednesday, I don't think it was Sunday, the innkeeper actually played a pretty staunch role in what became a Legion game. They chose two people that could not be killed that night, which is insane. Especially if you are keeping like two particular Legion players alive, you're essentially dwindling down who can die, and most often a storyteller is going to want to kill the Legion that they believe will not be good to have in the final three. So if you can protect those Legion from dying, granted, you know, given other like social reads that you have, or maybe even mechanical reads that you have, there's a lot of strength there.
Good morning, everybody. Technically, this is the point where you learn that I'm actually dead, sort of before the game begins.
Oh no!
Thank you.
You're dead squared.
I'm dead squared, and I will give you. I'll give you some amount of time, and then I'll send you a one window. Good luck.
Whoa.
Okay.
There's a widow in play.
We love that for us.
Fuck. Okay.
Hello.
I'm the Philo. Do
Why are
you
you
know what role is on this script?
Why are you telling me that? Oh, okay, I see. So you interesting. Okay. All right. You are the philosopher. Got it. Understood. If it's a if there truly is a widow in play, my role is less than important.
Beautiful.
Yep. All right. Thank you. Good luck.
Let's do this.
Bye.
Okay.
Ryan said that with way too much glee.
I know. Because I haven't played a game of Clocktower with this character on script in months.
It's fair.
In a few months, and I haven't been able to beat this character in ages. Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Ooh, in order. Hello.
Hi there. How's it going?
I'm pretty good. What would you like to do?
I'm good for ones or twos.
Do you believe it's a widow game?
I have no reason otherwise, I guess. I don't know.
That's fair.
Why?
Well,
That's,
if that is the case, I'm the monk, so I'm probably dying first.
All right, I'm the soldier, so don't bother with me.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye. There's potential reason to. Hello.
Hello, how you
What
doing?
would you like? I'm good. What would you like to do?
I'm fine with doing hearts.
Okay. I will tell you I am the soldier.
Okay. I am the investigator. You're not in my pings.
Ooh. Okay. All right.
But one of my pings has claimed Recluse, so
Interesting.
I'm not going to out who they are at the moment.
What minion did you see?
Poisoner.
Saw Poisoner, they're claiming Recluse. Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. Thank
you. Bye.
Let's go with you.
Huh. Oh. Hello.
Hello.
What would you like to do? Oh.
I'm probably the widow poisoned Undertaker.
Why are you automatically presuming widow poison?
Because Kusmos announced that there was a widow in play at Town Square.
Well, sure, but there's plenty of other good widow choices.
Yeah, I mean, sure, like, I have one other claim that would be good. I'm a little on the cautious side.
That's fair. Okay. I am the monk.
Okay. Yeah, I've really got no clue. I could also be potentially puzzle drunk, and who fucking knows at that
Fair,
point.
that's true. Yeah. I don't know why you're doubting your information without having any, though.
I was just like, with there being a potential widow's call, like, I don't really want to do too much, but like I understand what you're saying.
Sure, but just like, for the most part, like, it's good to be skeptical, but to outright doubt your information. Probably.
No, I get you.
know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Thanks, Minty.
True. Yikes.
What do you want?
Hi.
You
What do you
evil?
mean? What do I want? I'm not evil. Why are you screaming at me?
I'm not screaming at you. I just am skeptical.
Well, are you a roll worth saving?
On a if there's a widow in play, sure, yes, ish.
Who was it that did the widow's call? Was it Koos?
Kusmos announced that there was
Okay,
a widow's call.
All right, got it. I'm good. So we'll see. Stop it. Stop it. Don't give me my face. You can't just give me my face. Like, that's not, no. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank
thanks.
you. Bye.
You gave me nothing, by the way.
I mean, I think I gave a decent amount to a traveler. What would you like to do, Dave?
Well, if it's a widow game, if I die at night, I'm gonna assume that I was poison killed. If I make it to final 3, I would suspect that I would. I am the Raven Keeper.
You are the Raven Keeper. Okay. All right. Cool. I will not protect you as the monk.
That is fine. I don't want protection.
Great.
My guess is if there's a widow, I don't see a poisoner. I don't, unless it's a Lil Monsta, then yeah, I could see widow poisoner.
That's interesting because I have heard of a investigator who claims to have seen a poisoner.
Seen a poisoner? That's interesting. I've talked to the investigator, but they didn't give me the pings. They just said it was on my neighbors.
They said it was on your neighbors. So it's
Yeah.
Eterna and Gabby?
That's what the investigator told me.
Huh. Okay. All right. Apparently one of your neighbors is a recluse.
That's also what they told me.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right. Thank you.
Hello,
What would
I
you like?
am the fisherman.
Ooh, okay. All right. What would okay, I'm the monk.
Okay.
Wait, why did I do that?
Why did you do what?
I marked you as the monk, which you are not because I'm the monk. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, I see. Ravenkeeper and Mayor are on this, and so is Soldier. Got it.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Cool.
That's fair.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you. What's that?
Ah, nice. That's a good amount of time. It'll
Yeah.
be fine.
On and off.
Interesting.
I'm trying to.
Lost. Hello.
Yes. Hi. Howdy,
What-
neighbor.
What would you like to do, ma'am?
I'm the goblin. Come at me.
What is this play? A little lost. Okay, all right. So in other words, I should not monk protect you because you want to be, or no, I should monk protect you so that you can properly be executed rather than die in the night.
I mean, sure. I guess that works.
Okay. All right, cool. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
3 have sold them 5.
Then I'm not worried
There's
about
no
that other one.
Ceranovus
Occam,
on this
that last
script.
bit.
What are
No.
these?
There's a harpy though.
There is.
There is a harpy, but someone claimed goblin to me.
Oh
Me
no,
too.
I have that claim as well. I have a goblin claim on my list.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
I don't
your
know.
I have no fear. Come at me, cowards.
Tony D.
I'm the snitch, so just be aware that Evil started this game with bluffs. So just because there's no double claims or anything like that, then that doesn't mean that they're necessarily good.
Titus.
I am the investigator. I'm not going to out both of my pings. However, one of my pings did claim Recluse, so I think that's a safe place to execute. I saw a poisoner.
All right. Gabby.
Yeah. I didn't mean to raise my hand.
You just wanted to make sure people knew about snakes exist.
Yes.
Ryan.
I have 2 things to say. One, someone's double claiming me, and I do not appreciate this. Secondarily, if Tony is a snitch and we have an investigator ping as recluse on them, I've heard of a third outsider, so therefore Kazali ?
All right.
I've heard of a
Nomination.
balloonist.
Noms are open.
But that would only get us
still
to 2,
need,
not 3.
Yeah.
We'd still need to.
Dave.
Dave would like to nominate Eterna.
All right. Why?
Not only are they what Titus was talking about, I think it would be fair enough for town to help Eterna get to their eternal rest.
All right.
Yeah, I'm the recluse, but Undertaker is on the script, so all we're gonna do is give the Undertaker bad info for one night. So honestly, me being alive isn't that bad of a thing. I know I'm good, so I kind of want to stay alive, even though I'm an outsider. I mean, at worst, I just mess with information, but if people just don't pick me, then that doesn't happen. So sure, I'm fine to die, but I'd rather stay alive.
All right. Anyone else have anything to say? You can say it. And then we'll do the. Oh.
Okay, it's fine. I'm just saying, I'm a good scapegoat, but it would be really mean if I proc to a recluse. So, like, can we not do this as the first kill? Like,
Thank you for making sure that I knew that was possible, Amy.
I have other reasons to leave Eternal, maybe evil.
I think that in the world where we're at base 1, an investigator saw a poisoner, there's 3 total outsider claims. It's either Kazali
Really
or,
quick. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Wait.
I'll go after you.
or one of the outsiders must be lying because the maximum addition we could have with this scrim is +1 if there is an actual balloon. So I think this is safe.
All right. Eterna's on the block with 8 votes.
I have reason to believe that Eterna is lying.
I agree.
Wow, seems I'm like evil to everyone in town. Great. You did a really good job, Nikto.
Just do you want to say something to Lost and Tony before we go into night or whatever? I lied to you, Lost and Tony. That's all.
Okay. I will push you to second call.
Occam nominates Matthew.
All right. Why?
Perhaps this first on the block is a harpy thing, so this is a double claim and perhaps a legitimate reason to execute.
All right.
There are plenty of reasons on the script for double claims to exist. The person who is double claiming me, I'm slightly aware of, and there's probably a pretty good reason why they're double claiming me. If anything, a double claim is probably a good thing on the script with a snitch in play.
All right. Anyone have anything to add immediately? No. 8 votes ties, 9 votes executes.
So can people hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
We also have a pixie on the script, so bear that in mind.
I will tell you everything I said to you, Math, was 100% truthful and accurate.
4 votes is not enough.
I'll tell you that I was mostly truthful except for the title name.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so the Lord of Typhon line is Dave through Mathlet. Got it.
Nice.
Clearly.
Oh, you think I'm evil? That's just
Counterclockwise, right?
No, I'm just saying in that world you would have to be on the basis that Gabby, Ryan, and Occam were also evil.
Oh yeah, totally.
Totes my goats.
I'll give
Totes my scapegoats.
I timed it for this purpose. There we go.
I mean, yeah, I'm fine to die because I don't do anything, but I'd rather stay alive. But yeah, if John wants me dead, then fine.
Okay. Time is up. Eterna is executed and dies.
Oh my god, the game's over.
Go Betty bye-byes.
Oh, I must have had a Scarlet Woman, guys, because I was so obviously the demon.
I don't think that's the reason
you
that
are the
we
demon and all the minions.
executed you, though.
Oh, I know, I'm joking.
All right. Do we think that we'll live through the night? What do we think is going to happen tonight? That's really the question. There's no reason to kill the Undertaker tonight. There's potential reason to poison kill a Ravenkeeper, but that would presume that Gabby is the poisoner and Eterna, or that there is a poisoner elsewhere outside of Eterna and Gabby. Or that Gabby is. I don't think Minty dies if that was a poisoner. Eterna was claiming Recluse. The investigator showed a poisoner between Eterna and one other player. If Eterna was just a Recluse being set up as a minion, I would naturally show the Undertaker that role. So I wouldn't necessarily... What have I not heard of? I have not heard of a fortune teller. I've not heard of a balloonist. I've not heard of a savant. I didn't pay attention, though. I think Monk would be, honestly. Hello.
Who's getting monked?
Who is getting monked? If I presume that we actually have a poisoner dead, then I think I do believe Amy. Let's do Apollo.
All right.
All right, thank you. I am going to be mad if the right choice was Occam Blazer. That would have been really fun. But that presumes... That's interesting, actually.
So if we're at base 0.
We're not at base 0. We're at base 1.
Thank you, Atreides.
Yep. So this is claiming that. It's got to be one of Mathblade, Matthew, or Kusmos that is the remaining outsider. And I'm guessing at this point it has to be a puzzle master. Did anyone vote routinely? No. Maybe Gabby. I actually am intrigued. The other TPI, welcome in. Thank you, my friends. Absolutely incredible. We are celebrating the contest winners, to which I can probably say that I have one. So we're starting off with Nikto's script for The Zealot, which is one cat mosh pit. Listen, you can honk here all you want. We stan CT. But welcome in, viewers. We are the monk. We are protected. Yeah, maybe it wasn't the best choice, but we protected a fisherman claim. Kusmos allegedly heard the call of the widow. Voodoo Programming, thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Let Ryan's high commander on the high seas. Minty Mystique. I couldn't think of it better.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Continue to do the top.
You don't
I don't think it does. No, let's chat. Hello. So here's the thing.
Okay.
If the player in question yesterday was seen by an investigator, is claiming recluse. If we actually killed a recluse, there's no reason to kill you because, of course, the storyteller is going to show you whatever they were pinged as part of their recluse ability. So, like,
right.
I'm even less sold on the idea that you, and now, you definitely were not poisoned, right?
Right.
So, I don't know. I think this was a less than obvious kill.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
That's more what I was saying. Is like it makes perfect sense to kill me because if we're assuming that the widow ping is true, then they just have the grim.
Right, but I don't see a reason to kill you last night of all nights, which is interesting. I am sorry that I didn't protect you because I truly was just in this headspace of just like, they're not going to target Minty because Minty's going to see a poisoner no matter what. So,
I mean, I do have a supposed steward sort of confirming me, but whether or not it's a Kazali game still is up in the air. Your other neighbor.
Okay, got it. All right. So the player who heard the call of the widow.
Yeah.
Is the steward. Interesting. Okay.
Or at least that's
right.
what he claimed to me, but I still am a little hesitant on that because I mean, I don't see like why would they kill me if I was the widow poison?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't. That's my point. Is I don't think you are. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Cool.
I'll see ya. Hello.
Hello.
Are you an outsider?
No, I'm the balloonist.
You are the balloonist. Okay. What have
Yeah.
your names been?
Lost in Tony and Eterna.
Wait, Lost in Tony first night, Eternal last night?
Correct.
Fascinating.
Yeah, it's why I bluffed Stewart earlier to Lost in Tony to see if I could figure out what kind of type of character she was.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Yeah, do you believe that it's a widow game?
I believe that either it's a widow game or Tony D has to be real. I've only heard of one double claim so far, except for the one that I was kind of contributing to intentionally.
I feel like Tony D has to be real no matter what, unless we think that... What is the case that Tony D isn't real? You are real. Recluse was the only outsider, and Tony D wasn't actually added. But by virtue of there being a widow in play, Evil has the Grim, so, like, bluffs are... Who cares, right? Like...
Yeah, I just think that Titus is probably evil because I'm trying to make sense of the investigator pings. Because I talked with the other half because the other half told me they were an investigator ping.
Okay.
And I don't see why you put an investigator ping on a recluse and a zealot.
Gabby is a zealot.
Yeah. They told me they were.
That's the third outsider. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I kind of want to kill Titus.
We definitely could do that.
Yeah. So what are you?
I'm the monk.
Ah. Huh.
Okay. All right.
Then
Cool,
why
Matt,
were you? Then why were you confused with Minty earlier?
Because in the case that we killed a recluse, or a recluse claim, no matter what Minty sees, it's going to corroborate the narrative that the storyteller has set out for us. If Titus is to be believed, then Eterna would be shown to Minty as a poisoner. But, like, regardless of whether Minty lives, is sober, etc., Minty would probably see poisoner there.
Oh, so
right?
Minty's Undertaker.
Minty was the Undertaker, or at least that was her claim, yes.
Because I never talked to Minty.
Well, yes, but I expected your widow to give you the Grim.
Well, I don't have a widow.
Okay.
Because I'm not evil.
Okay, all right. Cool. All right, thank you, Mathblade.
Okay.
Who pinged?
There's one.
Me.
Hello.
Hello, Atreides.
What would you like?
I'm the Philo. What are you?
You are the Philo.
I am the philosopher. I'm aware of the existence of another philosopher, and I'm not concerned.
Okay. All right. So, got it. I am the monk.
Oh, you're the monk I've been hearing about.
Have you used your ability?
I have not, just because half my Grim was blank, and I would rather not like take monk and drunk a monk.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Okay. Cool.
All right. Thanks, Atreides.
All right. Thank you.
Is that Stand By Me?
Atreides?
Yep.
Yeah, what's up?
Is there a reason you went to Matthew even though I told you that I was the one that pinged?
Because Matthew pinged me.
Oh. Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Let's see here. Do I have anything interesting about you in my notes? I do not. I am your fortune teller. I would appreciate being healed. Or protected.
Well, I did protect you last night, so okay.
Fantastic.
Right.
I have a yes on Matthew and Mathblade.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Those were your last two conversations.
Huh.
Yes. I don't have a claim for
Interesting.
Mathblade, but everyone seems to want to vote up Matthew.
I think I'm down for Matthew. I've heard of reasons why it wouldn't be the worst execution in the world.
Yes.
I'm wondering why you have a yes on if Mathblade is a red herring. I just don't see it on this script.
I don't know what Mathblade is. I haven't been able to get a hold of them. But I also had a no on Eterna and Titus Night 1, which is why I said I thought Eterna was lying.
I mean, if I'm going to put a recluse in an investigator ping, I'm probably not also going to ping that recluse as a demon. Like I can see that. But I feel even less. I feel it even less of a problem that you don't also have a yes on Eterna, because that probably means that either we killed an extra outsider or someone who's hiding behind an outsider and is just evil.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
That.
I mean, I'm not wrong. He's my
No, you're not
neighbor.
wrong. I fully understand that you're not wrong.
Hello, Eterna?
Yeah, I would just like some sort of explanation as to why everyone thought I was evil yesterday.
Probably.
I don't think it was thought you were guaranteed evil, but there were a couple of things that were pointing to you potentially being evil. And between an investigator who saw you allegedly as a poisoner, the claim that you are a recluse where there are two other outsider claims, we've either narrowed it to specifically a Kazali, or one of the outsiders must be lying.
I've only heard of one of these outsiders, so I'm very interested about this other one.
Sorry, brain didn't hands, but I think Minty was.
Has anyone heard of a balloonist?
Hi.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay, and here's my response to that. I think that there is precisely one outsider. One of the outsider claims is town and has been lying. one of the outsider claims is real, and we are in a Little Monster world, and the supposed balloonist is holding the baby. Because I did not give out the other half of my ping, and Mathblade somehow knew it.
Gabby told me they were.
have said it.
Oh, okay.
Gabby?
I was Harpy mad yesterday
They just disappeared.
as
Okay.
Eterna, so that was I am not the zealot like I've been telling people.
That wasn't Matt either.
Mathblade?
I think I kind of want to kill Titus today. I'm pretty sure I added Eterna, and having an investigator just ping off what I believe to be a recluse given my information just seems weird. So I would like to close the Titus world today if we can.
Well, nominations are open if you'd like to do that. Dave?
Mathblade nominates Titus.
I'll take Dave's hand just quickly first.
Okay.
I want Mathblade to go first.
All right.
I'm having trouble building a world where, because I'm assuming Tony D is good, and I'm the balloonist, and given the fact we had 3 people claiming outsider, Titus is hard defending Gabby, who's now no longer claiming zealot. I think Titus or Gabby are great executions today.
There we go. Defense.
Mathblade is reading Panic. There is also a evil ping on Mathblade and Matthew, and they both have their hands up for this. Do what you will.
Okay. I think this
Countdown
calls for
begins.
tactical.
I would just like to point out that I am in fact the recluse, so it is entirely possible both me and Gabby are good, as well as Titus. So
yeah.
6 votes is not enough, but you found your Lord of Typhon team.
The Lost and Tony would like to nominate Mathblade.
I saw Dave's hand before you spoke up, so Dave. Do you want to say something?
Dave nominates. Yeah, Dave nominates Dave.
Dave nominates Dave?
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it has come to my attention that me talking with other people, this is a good thing to do. There's reasons for this, and this helps solve worlds in the long run. I do ask of people to trust me on this, and if this is what I want, this is what I'm asking for you all to do. Just trust me, please.
All right, bear with you. Are you aware that you're making history? This is the first murder trial of this brand new nation. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
I would like a pepperoni pizza.
No. I intend to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt with my
There is a reason for this, by the way.
Co-counsel Hamilton, sit down.
There's logic behind this, please.
Are you holding the baby?
I am not.
Did you just vote?
No, there's absolutely a reason for this.
7 votes is enough. Dave was on the block, and Minty's dead vote has been used.
I nominate Lost and Tony.
All right.
It's fun early game.
Right.
Yeah. They claimed Goblin.
Lost and Tony. Oh wait, there we go.
Because it's bad for.
There we go. I was muted as well. I have these really nice sharp teeth, and I will bite the fingers off of everybody who votes for me because I am the goblin, and fingers are tasty.
All right, tap. There you go.
I'm really confused why a dead vote was spent on Dave with no explanation besides there are reasons.
So lost.
Yeah, but I really think we should nominate Matthew here.
There's reason.
Amy, would you say that you may say that you're lost, but are you Tony?
What?
Titus nominates Mathblade.
You might be lost, but are you Tony?
Oh, I was nominating, and then you said a joke. And
Go ahead. It's the Amy's first.
Amy nominates Matthew.
All right, why?
I've heard that Matthew is in a fortune teller, yes, and I'm not necessarily sure about the double claim being a good thing. if Snitch is in play, we know that there could be a Pixie Bluff out there. I just don't necessarily trust this person. Yeah.
And Matthew.
I have talked to the other person involved in this double claim, and we have cleared it up perfectly. So unless you also believe that person is evil, which is Ryan Cassidy doing the wave, then you believe we're a team together. And seeing as we just talked today, and we're verifying each other, we're definitely not two evils who got a snitch bluff.
No.
So I think you should think again.
Four votes is not enough.
Titus nominates Mathblade.
Titus nominates Mathblade.
I have tried to get this in. There have been 5 other nominations with... Wait, Dave's on the block? I thought Dave only had 6 votes.
Dave has 7.
Nikto, is Dave on the block?
Dave is on the block with 7 votes.
Then I'll retract.
All right. Well, we'll still go with this nomination, but depends.
If this helps clear worlds, go for it. I did do Shenanigans with Lost and Tony to figure out what type of character she was for my information. So do as you will. I'd like to get another name, but if Town thinks this is more important, go for it.
All right, let's go.
I'll put the second vote on this.
High five.
Not if I do it first.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
You stole it. You stole my vote.
Yeah, I
Well,
kind of did.
I'll give you guys 15 seconds.
Oh, wait.
Dave, I am so lost as to why you were doing this.
Oh,
but
maybe. I think I've got it. Oh, we'll
Dave.
talk tomorrow.
I hope you know you're burning our scapegoat's life here.
I hope not. That would really suck.
I think that would be counterproductive if you guys keep.
Is that the purpose behind this?
I don't know. They aren't saying anything.
Couldn't be.
I hope it's not.
Amy, no, Dave is executed and dies. Good night.
Like, if it's a stealth knob,
I was
that
about to
burns
say, if that is
scapegoat,
legitimately the reason we are trying to set off the scapegoat, that's...
There's so much more to the plan.
I hate plans. Plans are evil.
Plans are.
Okay.
I mean, nobody has told me anything about a plan. I am a sad goblin.
Or a scheme. I need to know.
This
The
okay.
plan-
Dave, okay.
Listen, hold on. People want to know. People want to know. I'm not going to come out with the plan, obviously, for reasons that evil don't know. However, I will let you know that it was constructed by me and Minty. So,
Dave, there has been a claim of a widow.
Yes. Yes.
Hello. Who are you protecting?
I think we're going to stick with... I'm so worried that Apollo is just poisoned. I'm gonna stick with Apollo.
All right.
Thank you.
Apollo is protection,
No,
and
no teleport, remember? First day.
the harpy has made you mad that Cosmos is evil.
Okay, alright, cool. Thank you.
Hated that because I don't think he would have known about the ping. I think Mathblade was holding the baby yesterday in my world, but who knows now.
So you're thinking Lil Monsta?
Right, I'm thinking Little Monsta that Tony D is the only outsider in play.
So it's Widow, Poisoner, Goblin?
I don't know
Harpy.
if the Lost and Tony is actually the goblin, but
Minty, it's,
Harpy, right?
Minty, it's fine because it still gives us info that we have deduced.
Is
Does
there
it?
anything that really-
Interesting.
Don't worry about me and Minty
I
have
don't
talked.
know how.
Okay, so... Do I think Kuzmos probably is good, which means Kuzmos saw Minty, right? Saw Minty, claims there's a widow, so that would mean that we have Harpy, Widow, and one more. hell is TheLost? We've executed 2 players so far. Scapegoat has not procced. I don't want to meta too much. Mathblade saw TheLost and Eterna. Which in almost all cases is just... like, that's just always the case, right? I don't think TheLost is an outsider. And if Eterna is a recluse, then it could just be...
I'm just confused. Why give a dead player as second ping this early?
Yeah, that's a
No
bit
one's ever
weird.
lost money betting that Amy was evil.
You're not wrong. I just don't want to presume that Amy is evil. But it's a little weird, and I don't know where... like, I need to understand this plan that was hatched between Dave and Minty, apparently. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, I'd rather... especially if Eterna is a poisoner. Like, if that is legit... okay, if that's legit, then Mathblade could just be evil. Bluffing Balloonist. Is there a world where I give... if I started...
That's better.
Well, I kind of forgot about the cat theme halfway through this game, but Trades is dead.
Wait, what
Oh,
is? Let's look.
okay.
Alright, this does feel like a Widow game.
Oh.
I think it is, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, like there's now there's not a real question about it.
Hello.
Hey, I take it you are not the soldier?
No, I am not the soldier. I was the monk.
Okay.
So I am more inclined to believe that it's a Widow game at this point.
Alright, I don't know what Minty was, but I can roll with a monk dying early.
Yeah.
Especially when they claim soldier, because I don't know. I think our evils are all up in the upper right.
You mean like what? Occam, Mathblade, Matthew?
Occam, Mathblade, and maybe one of Ryan or Matthew. Because he is a safe bluff.
I think
they can claim
it's
anything.
got to be Kuzmos.
You don't, but Kusmus is the one who heard the widow call.
Yeah, but it could be self-poisoning Widow
If it's self-poisoning
in like an
widow,
imp game, right?
I don't. Well, let's see what happens here, but I don't think that's the case.
Okay. All right. Cool.
And yeah, sorry, no. You said Harpy, my brain thought...
Hello. Did you use your ability?
Oh yeah, night 2. I didn't use it night 1, so the Widow wouldn't know in case they saw me as a poison, like as a Philo Mayor,
Sure.
knowing that that's
Okay.
central time. So, yeah,
What are you?
the Philo Mayor.
Oh, you are the Philo Mayor. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Okay. I have a bit of sus on Kusmos right now because apparently he's claiming to not only have heard a widow call, but be a steward who saw like the first player that died, which just seems a little too convenient.
I mean, as a demon, that's precisely the first thing I'd kill.
Why? If the person that was executed is claiming a recluse, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm assuming Minty is the monk, correct?
No, I was the monk.
Ah, that's why you died. Okay, so what
Well,
would they
yeah,
have been?
like
Your Undertaker.
Minty claimed
No,
Undertaker to me.
Undertaker. Okay, so yeah. So a steward who sees Widow seeing an Undertaker is the what Undertaker always does first, like almost always does first. Then the monk. Yeah, no, this is more than logical.
Not that I don't know. Okay, all right.
I can see it being you first and then Minty.
Yes, that's what
but
I expected to happen.
that is the expectation. But if I guess Eterna, they don't want. I mean, the less information they have, the better. And if they do end up having that, there's probably a soldier bluff out there, so that's likely actually Occam evil.
Sure.
That's the only reason you'd be left alive to kill Minty, unless they just really want to kill Minty.
How do you feel about Mathblade allegedly seeing a dead player as their second ping?
I did not know about that. I don't even know the pings, and apparently there's a fortune teller I've not heard of. And I have a full grim at this point, so I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a fortune teller floating around, and I have a full grim, so beats me.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Who is spectating? Guggy's here. Hi, Guggy.
Who you telling on, Tony?
You.
Okay,
you've been
that's
bad.
fair.
You've been bad at Trades.
Ooh. You tell. Watch how
What
I
were you?
disappear behind my fan of the void. I was the monk. Which I don't know. I'm beginning to think that Kuzmos is just evil. Maybe even
Really?
self-poisoning Widow in an imp game.
Why?
Everything, his claims are like terribly convenient. He claimed to have seen the Undertaker who died the first night. Claimed that there's a Widow in play. Like, it all just seems... I don't know.
Undertaker is a weird thing to show a steward, but maybe to differentiate them from a widow. I don't know.
Potentially, I guess, but I don't know. It's weird. Something's going on. Okay, if you are the snitch and we have a balloonist and we trust that balloonist, then there is room for one other outsider. Have we heard of a third? No. Gabby is something not... What can Gabby be?
I think Gabby's the fortune teller.
Gabby... that's not what Gabby claimed. Gabby is either an outsider...
Well...
Or I think exactly...
I've heard of
the
a fortune teller,
savant.
yes, on someone, and that's the only person I haven't talked to. So it's the only place for a fortune teller to be, unless one of these philosophers...
No,
went
I'm
fortune-
familiar with where the fortune teller is. I was protecting them the past 2 nights.
Okay.
And it's not Gabby.
Cool.
Okay. All right. But yeah, I just think Kuzmos is evil. Maybe not demon, but in fact, probably not demon, but evil.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Well, we do know we have a widow, which is great.
Yeah.
What was this plan?
All you need to know, Amy knows, Minty knows, Kuzmos knows. All you need to know is the end game.
You named 2 people that I don't trust completely right now. So you're gonna have to speak a little bit more.
All you need to know is me and Minty are causing a disruption in Evil's plans. It has nothing to do with info. Everyone thinks it has to do with info. We know things that people don't know. We're causing a disruption.
Which is what?
Just bear with me.
Do you think I'm
Bear with
evil?
No.
Then why are you not sharing? Oh my god. Okay.
Tomorrow.
It's just a hard one to go through.
After the war, I went back to New York.
After the war, I went back to New York.
May I have a storyteller consult, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Hello? Why didn't
We
it
can
work?
follow up more, Ryan. We ran out of time.
Yeah, I don't get any of that.
That makes sense
I
to
didn't
me.
understand a damn thing.
Yeah, I'll clue you in tomorrow, Ryan.
I mean, please do, because now I'm confused and I don't believe it. Doesn't change how I'm playing. I'm going right to the end.
Things are piecing together.
I hope. I'm lost. I'm still trying to kill poisoners out here.
I mean, outside of the plan, I don't know what it is. Things are starting to make sense.
I think I understand the plan, and it's a horrible plan.
I mean,
It's-
if the
not.
plan is what I think it is, it's a dumb plan.
No. I think a lot of people are off, but it's fine.
Oh wait, sorry, I have to give Guggy Grimoire access first.
Oh, Dave, you do realize
Hold on. You let Eterna finish?
Yeah, Dave, you do realize that in order for the Goblin one, you do need to actually claim Goblin.
That's what I've done every day.
Aga?
Eternia and Minty, was one of you a better kill than the other? Are we just for like Widow?
Me probably not so much, but I think me dying in the night basically confirms that I'm not Widow poisoned. I was your Undertaker.
Gotcha.
Titus?
Okay, I am in the world where I want to kill Mathblade again. I don't have any Savant information beyond day 1. There is a world where the fortune teller is poisoned, but the fortune teller got the same result again. Between Mathblade and Matthew. If it's a Kazali game, like we're suspecting, the demon can't move unless there's a Scarlet. And given the amount of panic noms when Mathblade nommed me, and there were like 5 nominations before that, I think Mathblade is literally the Kazali.
Alright, nominations are open.
I'm not understanding what panic noms were. I think there were a lot of noms yesterday, but I don't think anything seemed panicked. I mean,
read good to me, so I was nominating a player I thought evil.
I was just confused about what this so-called plan was. So I was like, why are we doing this? We should nominate someone we actually want to nominate, which I'm going to do as soon as Ryan gets out his thought.
Right.
Ryan would like to nominate Titus.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I have a plan. We have, as a town, demonstrated that we do not need to understand plans to deal with them. I think that based off of Titus's pings of what they originally were, just don't really make that much sense. And in the world they're pushing, I don't think it's ever a little monster. Where they're ever pushing on Mathblade, I think can only be Kazali. And if it is a Kazali and it is Mathblade, which I can see making a lot of sense, I think that we should be killing Titus first to dissuade other worlds, since Mathblade isn't going to go anywhere. And crucially, in a Scarlet Woman world, if we kill Mathblade, we will be starting from square zero with a fortune teller that's essentially going to die the next night. So I think if we clear other worlds, it behooves us a touch more. Certainly me.
Alright, Titus.
That's a lot of words for saying if we execute the demon, a Scarlet Woman would catch it. Run it.
Alright.
Yeah, just about. Look, I want this game to go.
This voting block over on the right side has been interesting all game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not quite your Lord of Typhon, but 5.
Amy nominates Matthew.
Amy nominates Matthew. Why?
Again, in a fortune teller, yes, and I don't know why we're pushing so hard on one side instead of the other, when this one seemingly has backing of other people, most likely minions with bluffs, due to a snitch. Thanks.
Matthew?
I'm the philosopher. The philosopher is a great red herring. I have been saying that since day 1, even before I knew there was a snitch in play. Why would I be in a double claim with someone? You know, unless you're saying I'm the widow. That's the only thing you could be saying. Because otherwise there's no point and I've wasted my time. So this is a waste of time. I talked to the fortune teller and said this is a waste of time to keep pushing on the same 2 people and getting this exact same result, because it's not going to change, because that's literally the definition of insanity, and that's what this is.
All right, let's go.
I just think we should clear one, if not the other, today, and then worry about the next one the next day if we have to.
And I'm going to put a finish to this too.
Why not a Polish or a Swedish? 7 votes.
And in response, Matthew calls for the exile of Amy.
All right, why?
You were being suspicious when I told you I was the philosopher. I went and talked to the person that I was the philosopher with, and you were still suspicious. You tried to tell me how I should use my role, and because I chose to use it differently than you wanted me to. You've been acting suspicious the whole game. If this whole entire plan was to proc the scapegoat, let's stop wasting time on that and actually just get rid of the scapegoat.
All right.
You're trying to get rid of the one person that would probably be able to clear you currently. So I don't know why. Also, I'm not mad that you used your ability in any way, honestly. I don't even know if you used it or how you used it. We haven't talked since yesterday. You were just... I think that it just was unfortunate. I think a minion double claimed you because they had a pixie bluff and wanted to just choose something powerful to claim and hope that someone would be like, oh, this is my pixie. But I think that you're just the demon with that bluff. That's all.
All right, 8 votes for exile.
I think that if we are concerned with Matthew being a demon candidate, we should get a potential extra life off the board.
Right. I agree with that.
Interesting.
But evil isn't doing a heavy...
I'm not evil.
I think
right.
you are.
I agree with that.
Amy would do this if Matthew was the demon.
Oh, push on my demon if I was evil.
It's more about the context of the
Evil,
conversation.
she wouldn't admit it to me when I asked her if she was on our evil team, so...
They.
Excuse me, they, yes, sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, no, I didn't out evil to a goblin claim. God, I probably should have and just played along and see what else you told me, but
I mean, in my mind, you're just good then, so.
I think there's the world where I'm poisoned.
Executed and dies. Good night, Ravenswood Bluff.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely convinced Amy is an evil scapegoat.
Yeah,
So-
that...
Okay.
Again, I've only ever heard of the snitch, and from what I've seen in chats, apparently the other outside claims back down, so does that at least make town a little bit more trusting of me?
Not currently.
I think so. First of all, like a recluse, like, okay, even if we do trust you, like, okay, then what? It's not like, you know, what do you expect to change? I guess is my question.
I guess what I'm not seeing change is that there's Savant information that implies there's misregistration. There's two
Savant
outside...
information?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Are you
What?
Chat, Apollo?
Yeah, let me pop that. Oh, there. Day one's info actually just points to there's an evil between Math or Titus, or that the Savant specifically is Widow Poison. Those are like the two.
I would love to talk to this Savant.
Yeah, Apollo, I lied to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sort of had to be Gabby based on the other claims that I've heard around the Grim.
Poisoned.
I did not know of the Widow's Call before. I was in a chat.
Yeah, I think
Anyone?
Gabby immediately went into a conversation. And thus didn't
Yeah,
work
I
with
pinged
it.
Gabby first because I didn't know there was a snitch in play, and I figured I'd take a shot on one of my pings. Got Gabby's real claim. Gabby told me they were going to be claiming outsider, so I'm like, I'm cool, I can roll with that. I was gonna let them claim investigator.
Yo, day two info is actually lit. They're either exactly two players, they're drunk with poison, or evil players against game starting with at least one bluff. We have a snitch claim, and yeah, they had at least one bluff. Therefore, two.
It just reads weird because all it just does is confirm Tony D twice. That's the part that I had
No,
trouble
not
with.
necessarily. It means that Tony D is evil, or there's a widow, and or widow, poison, or Philo.
Yeah. And
Or-
apparently I Philo drunk somebody, so that's at least one. Widow would be 2, so where's that third?
We have a poisoner ping from the investigator.
That almost certainly pinged off the recluse. That's day 1 information.
I disagree
Or-
still.
Or it's just Titus is the poisoner.
In that world, there's 3 poisons, and that means that...
And that means evil started with bluffs, and there's 3
Yeah.
poisons.
So we need to have either 3 or 1. That's the problem.
Yeah, Math Blade is probably just evil. So
The only world where that set day 2 does where there are exactly 2 people who are drunk or poisoned is where the snitch isn't in play, and it's a Little Monsta game. No other set actually creates that to be valid. So unless it's
Well,
Little
then,
Monsta with
yeah.
the snitch player being evil, then 1 or 3 people have to be drunk or poisoned. So that means either the Widow ping is correct, or the Widow had died up to that point. That would have only been a Turner or Misty, and it's unlikely. So at that point, really the only thing that makes sense is either there's no poisoner, and therefore the Philo didn't drunk somebody, which apparently they did, or that it's just the snitch is evil. So,
and how do we explain the fortune teller result?
We believe that a Philo drunk somebody.
I have been told that I have drunk somebody.
Huh.
I got that information from
Titus,
What?
I have Philo drunk some.
You are not. That's not how fortune teller works or Philo works.
Philo does make someone drunk if they go into a role that is already in play. That's absolutely how it works.
Yeah, but you're not told that you make someone
Well,
drunk.
no, but if there's information like
No,
Savant
if-
information.
No, okay, Apollo, I think you misunderstood what I have said. I have been told by somebody else that I have drunken somebody else. Someone, Mathblade heard
Someone said,
else
"Oh, you went into my role."
I've gone into. Therefore, I have drunk.
No, I told Ryan of someone else who told me the thing that Ryan did. It's because
Yes.
the person is doing things, and I don't want to disrupt their things, but at the same time, that information needed to get communicated so people understood what was going on.
So, okay, if we want to keep executing on the basis of a scapegoat, presuming Gabby is not the poisoner, and therefore Eterna is the poisoner, we kill Occam.
Just fighting against the minion.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. Apollo died in the night.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Yeah, fortune teller, Titus, Eterna, no. Matthew, Mathblade, yes. Matthew, Mathblade, yes.
Why would you double check the same?
Hello. Would you mind giving me your information, Gabby? You're muted or something.
Yes. Exactly one character in play had a misregistration related to their ability.
Exactly one misregistration. Okay.
Outsider count had been modified when characters were sent out.
So that's day 1 is exactly one misregistration or outsider count modified?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Day 2 is either there are exactly 2 players who are drunk or poisoned,
Okay.
or evil players began the game having started with at least 1 bluff.
It's 1 bluff. Okay.
Day 3, an alive, sober, and healthy pixie is in play, or an alive, sober, and healthy goblin is in play.
Interesting. Okay, so we probably don't have a goblin. In my mind, I think Ryan and Matthew are a pixie pair. Okay.
I don't know how much I trust Ryan.
I think I trust Ryan enough.
Okay.
Ryan hard claimed what he was. He read more as pixie to me. So I want to chat with Matthew now. Exactly 1 misregistration or outsider count modified. Okay. then Eterna has to be the poisoner.
Maybe?
No.
I haven't heard of anybody else saying that they were harpy mad. So
well, okay. Actually, I shouldn't say that. If Eterna is not the poisoner, Eterna is the source of the misregistration.
Yes.
Therefore, outsider count was not modified. Therefore, Tony D is evil. If we believe that world. That's
Then
in the
that-
back pocket.
And then that would mean day 2 either... Oh, there are exactly 2 players who are drunk or poisoned because the evil players wouldn't have started with at least 1 bluff.
Correct.
If Tony
yes. So
is
evil
not...
players started with at least 1 bluff. Well, evil players, it could be a Kazali game.
Okay, yeah, true.
In which case, Tony D, it's still mismatch. 2 players drunk or poisoned. Widow plus Philo, if we believe Eterna was the poisoner.
Apollo keeps pinging me.
Okay. If you want to go, if you want to chat, I'm the monk, or I was the monk. Okay. All right. Thank you. Chat with Apollo.
If I was paying off a Recluse as a storyteller.
I know, but that's semantics, and every storyteller does it differently. So.
Hello.
Yeah. For some reason, the storyteller just decided to frame me really hard this game. So.
I mean, it is true based on the Savant information. I think that adds another level of framing on you, which is weird.
Yeah.
What is your current world?
Honestly, I really don't know. Mostly because people don't really tell me anything. I mean, you are. I have 6 people on this grim I have not talked to once.
Interesting. Okay.
So.
Well, I was the monk. I'm surprised that I lived past night 2. But apparently they thought it was like the demon killing the Undertaker there seems weird to me.
I think the reason they did that is specifically to frame me.
Yeah, but if you're the recluse, they're gonna see you as the poisoner in every world anyway. So why waste a kill? I mean, I guess to throw more sus on you, sure.
Exactly, because I could be the demon in a hypothetical world.
No, because you were seen as a poisoner in an investigator ping. I don't see how you are. To be fair, I have put the demon in an investigator ping using the recluse, but that would mean that Gabby was the demon. So I don't really know how to I guess that's why I'm weirded out by Minty dying night 2. Okay. I think that if we are going to not exile Amy, I think we should kill Occam Blazer.
I mean, sure. I have no information, so I don't know if that is a good kill.
Occam is claiming a role that if I were a storyteller and I had a good scapegoat with this grim, unless there was a poisoner elsewhere, I would probably save.
I know what Occam is claiming. It's just I don't know what information suggests they're evil.
No, I'm saying hypothetically, if Amy is good, we should execute Occam. Otherwise, though, I don't think Amy's good. Like, Amy's doing the thing where they push onto demon targets while ignoring another potential demon candidate. Like, they're highly defensive of Mathblade and highly suspicious of Matthew, who is essentially like Pixie confirmed or Pixie confirming someone.
Just one slight problem with your little hypothesis.
Sure.
Is Amy's evil, Occam is also evil. Occam gets saved. We think Occam is what he is claiming.
True. I mean, that's fair. Maybe. I don't know. I think it would be interesting at this game state to see what happens. But alternatively, if we trust the fortune teller, which I do considering they're dead, then I think we just execute Mathblade today.
I mean, it's very possible one of them was the red herring, because...
It's true, but if you are real and Tony D is evil, then Mathblade is probably evil with Tony D with a balloonist bluff. Right?
Yeah. I mean, balloonists can do +0, so...
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
So, but Mathblade could very well be the balloonist who thinks it's a +1, while it's actually a +0.
True. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying there's a lot of worlds out there.
That is true. Okay. All right. Thanks, Eterna. Hello. I was Harpy mad that you were evil yesterday. I am no longer Harpy mad. What is your read on Amy? Because I kind of think Amy is evil.
Yeah, it seems weird they haven't saved anybody.
And they're also pushing hard on certain players and not on others.
Yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, what are you?
Monk.
Okay, Steward.
Yep.
I don't know if you knew that.
Yep. All right, thank you.
Merry Early Christmas. The board was having 9 minutes because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh God.
Apollo is first.
Yes. So Mathblade is positing that I am a demon who star passed here because he cannot imagine a world in which I would check the same two people twice. Here is my reasoning. See list of demons. Lil Monsta. I get a yes on Matthew and Mathblade. I try and get town to execute them. Dave does their little I have a plan, so I missed that opportunity. Demon could have moved. Information was shared that pointed at these two, and it was made public. So why wouldn't I check again to see, oh, maybe one of them is a minion, and I can confirm it is a Lil Monsta game. There you go, Mathblade.
Yeah.
I think that's too many hoops.
Gabby?
Okay.
Hi, I am going to tell everybody my Savant information for the last 4 days, but before I say that, Day 1, I was Harpy mad that Eterna was evil. I have not heard of anybody saying that they were Harpy mad since. I don't know if anybody else had been. Either way, Day 1, exactly one character in play had a misregistration related to their ability. Not Day 2. Second information from Day 1. Outsider count had been modified when characters were sent out. Day 2 information. Either there are exactly 2 players who are drunk or poisoned, or evil players began this game having started with at least 1 bluff. Day 3, there is an alive, sober, and healthy pixie, or there is an alive, sober, and healthy goblin. Day 4, on a previous day, I learned 2 true statements, or the scapegoat neighbors exactly 1 evil.
Ryan.
I would like to 2 things. Actually, just 1 for now. I am 99% sure I figured out who the Widow Poison is, and I think it's TheLost. It's the only way to make sense of the Savant information of there's exactly 2 drunk and poison players. I think that the Philo drunk hit the Widow person, which is hilarious.
What if the Savant is Widow poisoned?
Oh, then none of this matters.
I just think the Savant's evil. It's Titus and Gabby and Apollo.
Apollo, did you want to share something? Because you put your hand up in the middle. That'll move to Matthew, Mystique, and Open Noms.
I don't know.
Okay, Matthew.
Just letting town know hello. I was your healthy and sober pixie.
Okay, Mystique, and then I will open Noms and you guys can continue talking though.
Matthew coming out as Pixie basically throws everything away from me.
Weird.
Can we exile Amy before Noms?
Well, Noms are open, but you can't exile.
Titus moves for the exile of Amy.
Oh, wait. Okay.
We have had so many things get in the way of executing Mathblade. Mathblade is in the fortune teller, yes. If Mathblade's information is sober and healthy, it just leads
Now
us
I
to
am.
another evil tomorrow. I think in every world we exile Amy so we can
Test?
close the fortune teller yes worlds.
I think I specifically haven't procced because the people that we have tried executing that were town were not necessarily necessary saves. Like, that's not the reason for a scapegoat, just to proc on the first good or the first evil. Like, it is necessary saves. So if that makes me look evil, fine. I'm not. I just don't think that any of the saves we've gone for have really necessarily mattered. I think if we had tried to put Apollo on the block, I would have saved Apollo.
All right, 8 votes.
I mean, even if Amy is evil,
Are we
if
really
we
not
think
getting
Amy-
8 on this?
Yeah,
think-
well,
if
Evil's
we-
not voting on it because Mathblade is the demon.
If we
I'm not-
think Amy is evil and we think Mathblade is evil, I think it would be useful to actually know that Amy is evil if they save Mathblade. Call me crazy.
Amy has been exiled.
Dave, I blame you specifically because you promised me you wouldn't vote on me.
The Lost.
Oh, I did. I'm
would
so
like
sorry.
To nominate Koos.
All right, Lost and then Ryan after, because Ryan, your hand went up after they started talking. Go.
I've talked to Koos a couple of times this game, and I just don't feel anything he said to me has rung true.
The plan is Scapegoat. Oh my god.
Kus?
I mean, the main thing I said to you was that I'm the steward, and so Minty is good, and there's a widow in play. The fact that Minty was the first kill by the demon, and the roles that it had died, I feel strongly prove that there is a widow in play, and I'm telling the truth.
All right, 4 votes will execute Kusmos.
Oh, that's true. Wait, okay.
Yeah.
We have a widow, we have a harpy. And we have a poisoner?
Yeah, we probably have poisoner, so no goblin. So that means no pixie.
If
It'll be a little
if
monster.
we're so widow harpy, if Eterna is actually just the recluse, then I probably say yeah, but
Titus
Ryan,
nominates Mathblade.
Ryan
My
wanted to
hand.
nominate first.
Yes, I wanted to nominate Mathblade, please.
Oh, well, I'll let Ryan do it.
All right.
Okay, my accusation is based off of day one Savant information. It directly states, let's pull it up here. Exactly one character in play had a misregistration related to their ability. That is Eterna as the recluse who had pinged as a poisoner. The second part was outsider count related. If I can find it, it says outsider count has been modified when characters were sent out. In any world, Mathblade is claiming Balloonist. It doesn't have to have changed outsider count, but I find it more likely to have, based off their voting patterns on Amy, who I am unfortunately believing is slightly leaning evil. I could be swayed the other way, though. Their fortune teller information, I don't believe Apollo to be evil, and their logic of double checking makes sense based off the it's still possible to be a Little Monster game at that point. So yeah, I think we should be going into Mathblade.
All right, Mathblade.
Your entire argument is that I'm adding to outsiders, which I can only do as the balloonist. There's no evil role that can do that. But you're saying that I can't be adding outsider count and adding outsider count at the same time, which makes no sense. I think that I'm one of the few good information roles left on the board. So for that reason, I'm going to be claiming Goblin.
All right, Mathblade has claimed Goblin. Also, Amy, did you want to add Pertinent?
No, I wanted to talk about something completely different before noms, but I wasn't able to, so it's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
Ryan
mention
and
it after this.
Tony nommed at once, so whenever 2 people do that, I let the noms happen immediately after each other. 4 votes to execute Math.
Oh no, I'm
Why
clearly
dead votes?
evil. Look at this. No,
had a
I'm so
disconnect.
evil.
7 votes is enough. Mathblade is on the block.
I
give you
don't
this.
necessarily
Mathblade
believe that
nominates
Mathblade-
Titus.
All right, why? Yeah.
In my world, I know we're not moving this. We got 7. We need Evil's help to lift this. But in my world, Titus is probably either the poisoner or the widow. Because putting a fortune teller yes on a person who's confirming 2 people are almost certainly in play. I think the evil team is precisely Titus, Apollo, Gabby, and Occam. And I think with the amount of resistance with pushing on Titus, Titus is either the widow who's currently poisoning like Occam, because I talked about this earlier with Ryan, but that's where I kind of think it is.
All right, Titus.
Run it.
All right.
I'm not the goblin. I was trying to survive another day to get more information to prove my
It's
world.
impossible to know.
In the world where he is, I think we should be voting on TheLost and Tony, who I think was claiming it earlier so that she could survive, but I think is probably more likely to be a demon.
Actually, if the Lost and Tony is the goblin, then it breaks the game. I think.
Yeah, no, I'm not the goblin. I was literally lying just to try to stay alive.
Names.
Well, Mathblade is executed and dies. Good night, Ravenswood Bluff.
Stop! Are you coming to Final 3 Con in DC this April? Because if you were in DC last year, you know that Nocturne Gaming ran a script writing contest centered around the evil twin. This year, the theme of the con is alliances. So we thought to ourselves, how do we run a script contest based around this concept of alliances? And 4 characters instantly came to mind, all of which change the alliance of either themselves or other characters. The Bounty Hunter, the Goon, the Mezephiles, and the Fangu. So this year, the challenge is to write a script centered around one of these 4 characters. We're taking submissions until February 14th. The top 8 will be decided by a panel of expert script judges. The authors of the top 8 scripts will be given one chance to revise their scripts before the broader Clocktower community helps dwindle us down to a final 3. And the winner of the contest will be determined by all of the final 3 con goers in DC this April. All of the details are listed here. When you are ready to submit your script, make sure to just click the QR code below, fill out the form, and we cannot wait to see what you have in store for us. We will see you at Final 3 Con in DC this April. And now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Woo!
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I think I might have a thing.
So we're going to 6. Matthew is protecting Ryan. Amy did not save Matthew or Dave or Eterna. I actually think Matthew being saved would be like grossly overpowered for good, so I can understand that. If Matthew is actually the pixie confirming Ryan. No, it was Eterna, Dave, Matthew. Eterna, Dave, Matthew. Eterna was seen as a poisoner by Titus the Investigator. I think I also would have saved Dave. Like, I think that's an easy enough choice, especially if there is a poisoner still in existence. The only reason that I wouldn't save Dave is if we actually killed the poisoner. So, like, if Eterna is evil, then I guess Amy could be. Amy was just hard defending Mathblade and not hard defending Matthew, despite the same evidence pointing towards one of them potentially being a demon. That evidence now being dead, which just a little bit more corroborates it. Not necessarily, like, it's possible that Paulo star passed. Just to make it look like... Yeah, the dilemma is now, though, star passing just to get Mathblade executed. I would think if Apollo was trying to trick us, he would be throwing out another set of names as well, as look at these other two people that could be demons. I think it's a widow. Okay, investigator points to a poisoner. Kuzmos is claiming a widow. I have been Harpy mad, so I think it's Harpy, widow, poisoner. Unless we think it's a Lil Monsta game, I don't think we have a Scarlet Woman. Poisoner is on the Recluse, that's true. But in that case... Kuzmos is still alive, and Kuzmos was the one. If Kuzmos is a minion, Kuzmos would probably have to be the Scarlet? There's not multiple ways of showing Widow. It's Lil Monsta, or it's just Widow. Kuzmos could be the Kazali. And is claiming a Widow ping. That's fair. I think... Okay, so if in the Mathblade and Matthew, neither of them is the demon, which I guess we have to entertain if I'm thinking that it's not Scarlet Woman. In that world, one of them is Red Herring. Matthew honestly could be. In which case, to like sort of throw sus on the mayor, in which case I think I want... If Mathblade is real, then Eterna and Tony D could potentially both be real. Savant information sort of corroborates that Tony D is good, so Tony D is probably just... Titus claimed to have an investigator ping on someone claiming a Recluse and the Savant. Which, if I were a poisoner, Savant is a decently, like, mid-game character that I'd want to stick around for a while. I think Amy is just playing... I don't think Titus is the Widow. My question is, who is the Harpy? Because unless it was exactly Matthew, I think the Harpy is still alive. Maybe the Lost. Tony being Harpy. In that case, it's probably a Kazali game. Or we have a living poisoner, or Gabby's a living poisoner. Previous day, 2 true statements, or Scapegoat, neighbors, and evil. So if any of these were true, then both... I have a question.
Or drunk, and the only way that info makes sense in my world is if the loss is Widow and Philo drunk. Because if we have a poisoner in the game, someone being poisoned, I would still be going off, so there had to be 3, and I'd still be drunk. If I don't drunk them, then you have no poisoner.
I
There's a
have a
bunch of
world for you, Ryan, that you're gonna hate that I need to talk with you about.
Yeah.
It's not being public.
There's also a world. The Savant would have got their info on the two drunk. We'll say Droizing, the two Droizing players on day 2. I do believe. Is that correct?
That was
Yep,
day
that was
2
day
information. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was the day that I got myself executed. So maybe missed opportunity. Poisoner hit me.
I mean, you're a good.
I think part of that, Shellfish, is, I mean, I think also we've sort of like engineered it as that. Like, we don't want spoilers. Like, the purpose of the game is not to, like, I don't know. It's sort of the same when if I'm watching like Chilled Chaos or any of his other players. Like, I'll pop between channels, but I'm not gonna tell people, right? Like, that's it detracts from the content, honestly.
Executed had nothing to do with me being afraid. If everyone must know, I jumped on a landmine.
Well, if everyone must know, Ryan Cassidy's dead.
What the? Come on.
I think I know what's going on, Ryan.
I will let everybody know I was Harpy Mad yesterday against Koos.
Interesting.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
But now I understand. I now understand why Ryan is dead now.
Hello.
I kind of want to kill Gabby. Also Titus. I'm fine with either one.
I think. Why? You think Gabby's poisoner?
If this really is a widow game, and all these super high value rolls are dying, then why is that one still alive? It's possible that
Titus isn't high value, and Gabby could be widow poison.
I'm also not comfortable with. I don't know. I just get a bad feeling about Titus, I guess is all I can say. Like, I'm leaning towards Mathblade being evil, but if Mathblade is good, then Titus probably is evil.
If Mathblade is good, I think that's the world where Matthew is evil, in which case, why did Ryan Cassidy die? Because they were very clearly on the same team.
Do we know what Ryan went into?
Allegedly Mayor.
What?
Philo Mayor. It's Ryan Cassidy. Like,
okay. Interesting.
We're at 6. We're at 6.
We could also skip. I'm fine skipping on 6.
Yeah.
Less risky.
Yeah, that's fair, honestly. I think there's enough people on either side that we're not going to end with a final 3 of all evils at this point. Like, I can't make a team of that with the remaining. Okay.
I'm surprised I'm still alive, honestly. But,
you're a frame, potentially, honestly.
I think from what I'm gathering, I seem to be one of the most trusted people in town.
I certainly trust you.
Not that I have any information at all whatsoever, but I am trusted.
But if there is suspicion on Mathblade being a balloonist, that means one of the outsiders is lying. If Eterna is telling the truth, then you could just be lying.
I think there's really not a lot of information.
I kind of think we just executed the poisoner day 1. Gabby's Savant information kind of points to it. Either there was a misregistration, in other words, either the recluse misregistered to the investigator, or the outsider count was modified. So you are claiming outsider.
Mm-hmm.
If the outsider count was not modified, that means the person claiming to be an outsider has to be lying. That doesn't necessarily mean Mathblade is lying, but that means that one of you and Eterna is, I think, certainly evil in this point.
Yes, but that's also kind of why I want to kill Gabby, because some of the Savant things, I mean, I don't know Nikto enough to really know, but some of these things just seem strange to me. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't give Savant information a lot, and I certainly don't play with Nikto enough to be able to.
That's
meta
fair.
this.
It seems
But,
it seems like it's pointing towards multiple worlds in the way that I usually like Savant info too. So I don't know, maybe. I don't think yet, but I'm curious as to who else dies in the night.
Right.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Tony.
I'm here by myself. Sold me for parts to security.
Hello. Did you get day 5?
Yep.
What is it?
The current demon was the starting widow, or we have 2 dead minions.
Or 2 dead. Current demon, starting widow. So in other words, it's an imp game, or 2 dead minions. I believe 2 dead minions.
Yeah, because my widow candidate, I don't.
Oh, or Lil Monsta, and the widow is currently holding
Is
the
holding
child.
the baby.
That's a really
Yep.
good shout, chat. Okay, so
Thanks,
it's
chat.
probably not Kazali. It's either Imp or Lil Monsta, very likely. Or, well, wait, okay. If currently the widow is holding the baby, then we don't have 2 dead minions.
Mm-hmm. But I think we have 1.
I think we have 2. Who is your
Okay.
1?
Math.
Mathblade.
Mathblade.
So
If not Mathblade, Eterna. One of the 2.
So Matthew, the pixie, is the red herring, or was Apollo the fortune teller widow poisoned?
I don't know. I'm so confused.
I
this
could
whole
see
time.
Apollo fortune teller widow poisoned, who got a yes on a minion and someone else. to
Unless
drive
Math
us
was holding
away
the
from
baby at that time.
True. In which case it's okay. So in which case we're back to Lil Monsta world. Okay. All right. Cool.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, the Savant is who I must poison.
Well, the only other person that would be poisoned is the mayor. So.
Oh, so you don't believe my claim of fortune teller?
No, I just don't think you're poisoned.
Apollo, just because there's a widow doesn't mean there can't also be a poisoner.
Yeah, like if the mayor is widow poisoned, that means the Savant was poisoned at least once inside of the game by a poisoner. I think that's why I'm dead.
No.
I think I'm poisoned. I think there's 3 evil.
I don't think Minty's evil at all.
Where did that come from?
Chat. Hello. Do you think it's Lil Monsta?
I'm beginning to think it's Lil Monsta, and I'm thinking that Tony D. Titus Occam, but Titus and Occam have been at each other's throats, or Titus has been at Occam's throat for a
Tony
little
D,
while.
I think I trust over the other outsider claim.
Dude, right? It's like I trust them, but if it's a Little Monster game, they're evil.
Mathblade and Eterna seem to be aligned in terms of voting and worlds that they're pushing.
Yeah.
And Mathblade is basically confirming himself via both of them. When
Yeah.
like
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't
That's-
make sense.
That is just slightly off on
But in that
everything.
case, that would make sense why we have a alleged widow call, poisoner ping, and I was harpy mad at least one day. So
Okay, so we have to head back to town.
all right.
Okay.
I am of the world where we execute Occam today. If we want to take me off before final whatever, even though it's me claiming investigator, whatever. But the Savant information on day 4 said either there were 2 true statements or there is 1 evil.
Hey, sorry, I didn't mean to hit the gong. I was just typing something up, and then I didn't realize I clicked on the
Okay,
app by
then
accident.
I will go back to that. The Savant information, there's 2 pieces of Savant information on day 4. either there is one evil next to the scapegoat. Ryan Cassidy probably is an evil because I don't see evil shooting their own. So that would mean Occam Blazer would be evil in that setup. Or there's 2 true statements. If there's 2 true statements, then in order to have someone misregister to their own ability, it would have to be off my investigator ping. So I don't see a world where I am anything other than what I claim to be, and we should be executing Occam here today. But that's my piece.
Sorry, Atreides made a decent point, which is that if Eterna did misregister, then both of those statements are true on day 1.
Yeah, my problem is if Gabby is good, then if they are not widow poisoned, the Lost is widow poisoned, and Gabby has been poisoned by a poisoner inside of this game. If Gabby is good, so I don't think they're information we can reliably work on at this point. So that's my problem.
Why?
That's my problem.
Can I raise a question? Why is Gabby's first day of information not simply the outsider count was not modified? Ergo, Eterna is just evil. Or Tony D is just evil. But like, why are we stepping away from that world?
If I think they both have to be true, or neither one can be true, like QED, right? Like, how is there misregistration without a recluse?
What about the world where you're evil?
That's what I'm. Wait, hold on. That's what I'm saying. Is there was no misregistration, therefore outsider count. Wait, was it outsider count was modified?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
So the problem, Atreides, the problem with that
Sorry,
is if
I
the
was
recluse
working
is
from
in
the wrong
play,
premise.
both statements are true or false.
I do have a world to posit once everyone's back.
Yeah. I mean, if that Savant info is a true false, I think it's much more likely that the recluse didn't register because there is no ping to register them on. I think that's
I see,
much
which is
more.
why Titus is evil. Okay.
Beforehand, Amy did have their hand up before anybody else, so can we let
Also,
Amy...
to take hands in the order that I saw them, it's Amy, Eterna, Dave, Gabby, Tony, then Nom's open.
Hi. Due to if Ryan's good, due to how Ryan died last night and the fact that there's another claim that I want to be able to trust on the final day, I think Titus has to be the kill today in order for us to take the worry of poisoning out of the final day. I just think that that's kind of necessary right now to ensure the people that I'm trying to trust can trust themselves on the final day.
I would like to posit a world where Math is a +0 balloonist and Tony D is evil.
Dave, Gabby, Tony, and then Nom's open, and you guys can do your things, whatever.
I have a question to town. Does anybody have any world or believe that possibly Kusmos could be the widow?
It's possible, but
There are so many powerful roles in this town. I can't see a widow self-poisoning and then coming out.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't see that.
Gabby?
Day 5 information. Current demon is the starting widow, and I was corrected. There are 2 evils alive.
All right, Noms are open. Tony, you can do your thing if you want to. But
Wait, sorry. You said the starting. You're saying the current demon is the starting widow, or 2 evil players are alive, Is
Or
that-
two
or
evil,
2 evil.
living evil players.
Okay, yeah, I'm kind of in agreement that Titus should die here. There are multiple players I'm suspicious of, but I think Titus helps town the most by having her off the board.
The Lost will nominate Titus.
all right. Why?
Just everything I've heard makes Titus seem to be the most reasonable and logical kill today. And it sounds like more than half the dead people want this as well, so it probably should be done.
I think that evil in some way, shape, or form wants this. In no world am I the demon. No world people have postulated I'm the demon. I think Occam is just straight up evil, and we should be killing Occam today. But if I'm on the block, I'm on the block.
All right, 3 votes to execute Titus.
Why is there suspicion on Occam, Titus?
The Savant information, the 2 true thing is nonsense, and they're just an evil next to the Scapegoat. And Mathblade's Balloonist information.
I mean,
The thing is, if you're the poisoner who poisoned me, that last statement can just be wrong.
Mathblade, what is your information?
I've said it a few times, I'll repeat it. Lost in Tony, Eterna, Apollo, Occam.
I'll push you guys to 10 seconds because it's been an egregiously long day.
I'm not going to lift it off of me.
I just think
Apollo is evil in most worlds I can build along with Titus.
Oh,
I would just like
okay,
to note
never
that
mind. Absolutely not.
we have let Tony D out of suspicion for quite a while.
I mean, the more you talk, the more I think you're just evilly turned out, unfortunately.
I don't think they are, but
You don't think he turned his evil?
I
don't know.
don't. I think that they're actually the recluse. I don't think you're evil either, Tony, to be quite fair. But I just think they've been left out of a lot of conversation this game, and so they don't have much to work off of. And I have been trying to reach out to them more because of the fact that I keep seeing them in town alone. So yeah, that's my thought process going into that.
Titus is executed and dies.
Oh, I thought you were in night.
We go to sleep.
I thought you were in night phase already. I was just chit chatting. Thinking,
wanted to make the announcement. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
wanted to let
sorry.
you finish speaking before I did that.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realize I was holding you up.
I just want to apologize to Eterna if you felt left out. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only
it
for, like,
happens.
it was only for like the first couple days. I'm seeing more and more now that Town is a bit more trusting of me and is actually talking to me. But I'm fine with being left out because I'm considered evil. It's fine. It happens.
Well,
don't
you
think
shouldn't
it's
be left
necessary,
out
huh?
just because you're evil. It's good to hear what evil worlds are thinking, which is why I'm very keen to give you the floor, even though I think you're evil.
Titus, that was I hate to say it, but that was like an I'm sorry, but like
I can't prove that Occam isn't evil, but I think like the Savant information, like it seems foolish for evil to kill one of the people that could be evil in the Savant information. The only reason you would do it is to try to frame one of them, which
Also,
maybe
because they
I'm just
can't.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, so Occam was claiming soldier, so maybe they killed Ryan to try and get us to execute Occam. Again, I'm not an Occam apologist. Occam very well could be evil, but I just think it's too convenient. Like, okay, so we get the Savant information, and then one of those players dies. Like, I think it's kind of leading us in a certain direction, or at least it's a evil wants to point us in that direction. I don't know.
No, Scapegoat Neighbors and Evil, that's... Do we think it's Lil Monsta and the Ryan kill was storyteller driven? Or was it... Like, I'm concerned about this. Because Amy wanted Titus executed specifically to make it so that the Lost could be trusted. But if the Lost is just Widow Poison, in which case one of Matt... In which case... Oh. Okay, wait, hold on. No, maybe that doesn't work. Because if Mathblade or Matthew is the demon, then there has to be a Scarlet Woman. I know there's a Harpy in play. So if Eterna is good and Tony D is good, Mathblade must be good. I agree. I don't think you ever push for a Mare win. And if Amy pushes for a Mare win in the final 3, I'll know for like they're just evil. Savant, Soldier. Interesting.
The harpy has chosen to make you mad that the lost in Tony is evil.
Okay, thank you.
Townsfolk that were killed during the day were necessary saves. Like, there are specific people I think if we tried to put them on the block would have been an absolute necessary save.
I think
And
Dave was a
would've
necessary slave.
Yeah.
Dave nominated himself.
I don't think so. If there's an actual living poisoner at that point, Dave nominated himself for some plan, and then made it seem like it was all good for town. So I don't necessarily think Nikto would proc me when someone is actively willing to die for whatever their plan is. And anyway, like, I think if we had tried to put like Apollo on the block that day, I think I absolutely would have saved Apollo.
I disagree. We have a current demon with starting widow or 2 living. Current demon could be okay. In a Little Monster world, we have a harpy and 1 other thing alive. I don't think we have 3 evil alive. Not in this grouping.
I would just like to point out that we did execute Amy before we executed Raphael.
No.
Good morning.
Pretty sure we did.
No, we didn't.
Oh, okay.
Sorry that I've been distracted the previous while. I've been doing things in the background, but I hopefully should not be distracted for the final nights of this game. The Lost in Tony in the night.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
So a couple things. So the first thing, I was harpy mad at Titus yesterday. I still kind of thought getting rid of Titus would have been the right thing to do, but I'm at this point really suspect of Kusmos, because if Kusmos got the Widow ping, then that means they're confirmed good and they're careening towards Final 3. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Well, I actually love that I can do this. Because I'm harpy mad that the Lost in Tony is evil today. So we have a living harpy.
Oh.
Yeah. So day 5 would be, yeah, the current.
Hello.
Hey, it's been a couple days.
It has been a couple days. What would you like?
What are we thinking between Tony D and me and Koos and Gaddy? Like, what's...
I mean, it's the information pointing to one of you and Ryan being evil is really interesting.
Yeah.
And like the world that I had where Ryan was evil, Matthew was also evil, so it didn't. I'm right. Honestly surprised that evil killed into Ryan.
Yeah, and Ryan died at night.
Yeah, that was the weird thing, is I would have expected you and Ryan to both sort of be around till Final 3.
Yeah. Especially Philosopher Mayor on the other side, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I don't know.
Star Pass?
To who?
Good
Tony
question.
D?
No, Tony D is kind of confirmed by outsider count, right?
Not necessarily, because Math Played the Balloonist could either be evil with Tony D. I don't think Math Played is evil with Tony D. If Math Played is evil, I think he's evil probably with Eterna, who was a poisoner.
Because they're going at each other so hard?
There's no, quite the opposite. I don't think they are going at each other that hard.
Okay.
Like, Amy and Mathblade, I don't believe, voted on Eterna day 1, as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong, but
yeah.
Gabby, I think I trust.
Yeah, Gabby's
their information, like it is hard, but it sounds plausible.
And it could also just end up being the Widow poisoned nonsense too.
Which also true. Yeah, like that's. Like, when people were like, why is the Savant alive? And I was like, well, the same reason you keep any powerful player alive in a Widow game. They're poisoned, so it doesn't matter.
So, could it be Lil Monsta with just the Harpy surviving now?
If it is Lil Monsta with just the Harpy surviving, now, then Tony, then the Lost and Tony was evil, in which case yesterday's Savant information of 2 living evil players was true.
Right.
If it's
What
Lil
was the other-
Monsta, I can't imagine there being more than 2 evils alive at this point.
What was the other side of that 2 evils?
The current
monster?
demon was the
Was
starting
the
widow.
Starting widow. Okay,
Which is
Minty-
weird phrasing,
yeah.
because if you are the widow and you're holding the baby, you both are the widow, and like that to me implies imp.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I think
Right,
we've had
it's our
too
path.
many minion type things for it to be an imp game.
We've had Harpy, Poisoner,
Widow.
Widow, and then Goblin, probably not.
Yeah, it's possible. I still, if we do believe that one of Mathblade or Matthew though wasn't an original demon and the fortune teller ping was not just being a red herring, then we have to have a Scarlet Woman somewhere,
yes, right.
which would have to mean Little Monsta.
Yep, makes sense. Yeah, okay, so let's go with Matthew or Mathblade being demon and look for Scarlet.
I guess. I don't know. Okay. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Good luck.
Yep. Bye.
It's all just so good.
Hello. Who were your pings again?
Titus, Eterna, no. Matthew, Mathblade, yes. Matthew, Mathblade, yes.
So do we think that one of Matthew or Mathblade is just your red herring?
It's possible, but the fact that Mathblade and Matthew were both so hyper resistant.
Yeah, but that's just Mathblade and Matthew being hyper resistant.
Well,
that's not
okay. But Mathblade is also on this train of like, I can't picture a world in which you would check the same person twice. And I'm like, here's the world.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, no, absolutely not. I reject this. And is just ignoring the comment.
Yeah, it is a little
rubbing me
weird
wrong.
on a Little Monsta.
I mean, Mathblade is hyper logical and will entertain any world, but I'm presenting him one on a platter that he won't accept.
True. Yeah, that's fair.
From the game Transistor, and then they compiled all of it into one mega cover of paper boats. And we should do that with Nocturne. We should pick a song, and we should get as many people to cover that song as possible, and then edit together all of the different audio tracks we get.
I would love that. I'll do it. I'm in.
But I play no instruments or nothing.
I have a suggestion for what song it should be. Bad Moon Rising.
Oh, yes.
Dun dun. Yeah, no.
Nocturne Gaming does BMR.
Lindsay, and then Ryan, and then Nums.
I actually want to have Ryan go first, and then I'll just piggyback after what he says.
Yeah, so I have like 2 worlds right now. The first world is Occam is the Harpy. Second world, or with that world, Tony would be the Widow in a Little Monsta world. The other world is Occam, Tony, both those, but Gabby evil instead of good. If Gabby's evil, I think they're Widow poison, which confirms Koos to be good. If Gabby isn't good, then info is whatever, and I think that leaves Koos as the only remaining good player.
Yeah, I have a feeling that it's Gabby, but I can't be 100% certain.
I don't think we have 3 evils alive right now.
You guys can throw in your partners. Nominations are open. However, after the partners are finished, I will do a thing where I'll...
Can we hear Mincy next? Because she had been waiting after Ryan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That
I mean, yeah.
partners are allowed to continue, but nominations are technically open now. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan did say a lot of what I'm thinking. I think Occam just has to be the Harpy. And that we're either left with 2 evils alive and Gabby being the Widow poisoned, or we're left with 3 evils, in which case I believe that both Occam and Tony have to be evil, and then one of either Gabby or Posthumous.
I just think that
Who's
this
demon?
is silly. Gabby reads socially good to me. Koos reads socially good to me. They're both good. We have a 50-50. If we decide to put Occam or Tony on the block, we decide to do it. I'll follow along with it, but I'd rather sleep.
The problem, I just want to point out a small problem with that idea. If Occam is the harpy, they can make the remaining good alive mad that the other good alive is evil, forcing that nomination.
No.
No. You do not have to nom someone as evil. You can build a world where they're a minion, but say, I think they're not holding the baby, particularly on a Little Monster script, and nominate who you actually think is holding the baby.
True, but
There's a
still,
0% chance it's Lil Monsta.
It would complicate things a lot.
I just want to get D6 information out there. Demon is an imp, or evil players have only died by execution.
Can you repeat it one more time?
Demon is an imp, or evil players have only died by execution.
All right, math.
So I think the world is precisely, whether you include Amy in it or not, I think the world is precisely Titus, Apollo, Gabby, and Occam. I think that is precisely the world in a Little Monster game. And I think I was poisoned on the last day. The information that I see from the Grimm supports this world, and I think the amount of pushing away from this world doesn't make a lot of sense. Titus would be the starting widow who wanted to get Eterna killed because she's confirmed and Tony D is confirmed. Gabby is the poisoner who ended up getting the Grimm from Titus because Titus didn't want to bluff Savant. And then we have Apollo, who probably, then Occam would be the harpy in that world, and then Apollo could be any sort of minion or just the starting imp. But I think that is the precise world.
All right. I'm appreciative of a world in which I'm not evil, but I have to reiterate, I think it's so unlikely that this is a Little Monster game, just because you're expecting me to believe that a storyteller would put an Undertaker and a monk in a game and then choose to kill them immediately. Like, I just don't buy it. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
And then the fortune teller.
So I cannot believe it's Lil Monsta.
I think it is Little Monster, and I think we've just gotten lucky with our executions to the point that the storyteller hasn't needed to execute or to kill evils in the night.
Why kill the Undertaker right away, though? Like that, like you go through. Okay, so you're saying that the steward saw the Undertaker, and then, like, what's the point of that? Like, you're gonna have to convince me why Nicta would do that.
To frame me?
Like, why would you kill the steward confirmed Undertaker first? Why put them in the bag at all? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
I agree that it's not Lil Monsta. I think there is a starting demon. I think Tony's reasoning is sound.
What minions do we think we have then?
We definitely have a harpy. We
Widow,
definitely have a widow.
We have a widow. We have a harpy.
And we have a Scarlet Woman?
And Scarlet Woman?
And a poisoner, I believe. Due to what happened with Ryan, I think that we had to have a poisoner at that point.
Yeah, we executed both Mathblade and Matthew.
I think
fortune teller,
Ryan was
yes.
just relatively trusted.
I mean, I think I was very trusted. I don't think if I was in Final 3, I think we'd be going for a mayor victory. I think it's specifically Poisoner, Scarlet, Spy, Harpy. I just can't shake Little Monster World. I think that's the only reason Koos is still alive. Because I just think Koos is good. And I can
I think
build
it's
a world.
too much of a Widow's game with the kills.
I think if there's a one person alive world, it is
I agree.
Koos. If there's only one good alive, it's Koos.
But
So
in
it's up to them.
a Little Monster game, it behooves Koos to look good if Koos is just a self-poisoning widow.
It doesn't make.
All right,
Hello?
everybody. Well, the reason why I'm doing this is because this is the point where I'll give all the alive players. You guys have had a long time to talk. There are 4 of you alive. If any of the alive players raise their hands, that means that they want to nominate. I will give you all 10 seconds to do this, and doing it this way just means that there's no weird, like, psychic shenanigans that have to happen about when, in what order people nom or sleep. 10.
Oh.
All right, Kusmos. Who would you like to nominate?
I would like to query town first before I actually do the nomination. Just Ryan, you've mentioned several times there's a possibility I'm the last good alive. How likely do you think that is? And if so, who's the demon in that world?
50-50, and it's basically a 50-50 between Occam and Tony, I think, but Gabby's possible. As if you're taking a crack shop, it's 50-50, you're the only good left.
Okay, see how town feels. I'll nominate Occam.
All right, Kuzmos nominates Occam. Why?
From what I've heard, there's a fair bit of evil suspicion on Occam, and I'm just worried I'm the last good alive. If town doesn't feel it's the case, don't vote, but wanted to put this out there just in case.
Okay. Occam.
I don't like that this is coming from Kushausen, because Kushausen's probably the only good player left alive. That's fine. So if this is the time when you want to execute me, Song of my soul, my voice is dead. Die thou unsung, as tears unshed shall dry and die in lost Carcosa.
All right.
I don't think so.
2 votes.
But
Well,
evil
I am,
can
I
put
am,
something
I am
block.
good. So if you think Kus is good, then you don't have anything to worry about. I'm not so sure that Kus is
evil-
good. I think Gabby is probably good.
If evil puts it on the block, then we allow them to put it on the block and we raise.
Okay. We tie on a corpse. Okay. All right.
I agree.
I ain't voting on myself.
I don't think that we need to vote on 4.
No.
If we have 3 evils alive right now, my mind will
I
be
genuinely
blown.
don't think we
I
do.
genuinely don't think we do.
Maybe I will.
1 vote.
I think we have 2 evil alive.
Okay.
I will do the thing again and ask if any of the other alive players would like to nominate.
Amy, that doesn't work though. If you don't think it's Little Monster, because you're saying that I was poisoned when I was killed, we have killed what, Titus? You think, unless you think Titus is specifically the poisoner in that world?
I think
which is
there's a
possible.
specific world where Titus was poisoner.
So in that world specifically, Titus is poisoner. We had 3 evils left. The point there is a living
If-
demon, a
Hold on.
harpy
If-
alive, and
If
5
Titus was the poisoner, that means that on day 5, the current demon was the starting widow.
Yeah.
Meaning that there was a star pass, or that it is a Little Monster game with a widow holding the baby.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, no one else has nominated Good Night Ravenswood Bluff. That was so long. That was a 17-minute
I'm so
day.
sorry, Nico.
So have to pee.
This is such an interesting game, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful game. It's just I don't know where it's going.
This
Like,
game's a beauty. Oh my god. She
I was
mute.
fine. I was fine with Titus being executed because I thought Titus could have been the widow.
I think the world is being
I even posited that. Well, with the investigator ping, that's what I was thinking early on. I'm just trying to plead my case to Math.
Math Blade is in a tunnel. There's nothing you can do to convince him.
I don't think the widow puts an
not
investigator
in a
thing
tunnel.
on the person that's harpy mad and the recluse.
The difficulty
Uh,
is if Titus made up investigator pings as the minion she is not. She likely made them up before a widow conveyed the grim to her, so she lucked out on hitting a recluse claim.
There's a world where she could have been sitting next to the widow and learned that there was a recluse there. Because in that world, Tony D would be a starting widow, yes?
Can I ask something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Kusmos and Apollo, did you have any conversation day 1?
Kusmos and I did, where Kusmos shared that they were the steward who saw you, Minty, which is why I chose to trust you and tell you my role, and I lied to everyone else.
I can confirm Apollo lied to me and told me fisherman, I think?
Yep, I told everyone but Minty fisherman.
Huh.
It's
Yeah.
true.
True.
Valid.
Can I ask why?
I can confirm.
I guess I should wait till the morning to ask this question because I don't want to lead anything in the night. I have a very important question tomorrow, though.
It's pretty reasonable not to lead anything, as frustrated as I am.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Ravenswood Bluff. For some reason, I have a nomination thing open, so let me do this quickly. There we go. I don't know why that was open.
I'm dead. Leave me in peace.
No, Amy.
Good morning, Tony D.
Good morning.
Good morning, Akam.
Yo.
Good morning, Kusmos.
Good morning.
That
Catty Death
my
has
world out of the water.
completed. This is your final day. I will be timing this day a little more strictly in that you will have 6 minutes to discuss and then 3 minutes to nominate.
Yeah, whoever keeps on, right?
Hello.
I have to believe you're good. So I'm really confused why Kusmos is alive. I get why I'm alive because everybody thinks I'm evil for some reason. But why is Kusmos alive? Why is the guy who has to be good still alive? Why kill that person and not the person that has been
Why
widow
does
poisoned the
Kusmos
whole
have
game?
to be good? Oh, because of the widow.
Yes.
Yeah, that is weird. It's definitely weird. In which case, do we think Kusmos self-poisoning widow who was star passed to by somebody? Oh my
I
God.
don't know.
Get
I
off.
can't tell the difference between Occam and Kus. Is that you that's making that snapping noise this whole
Yes,
time?
I'm slapping bugs.
Okay, I thought it was a bug zapper. I was like, who's got a bug zapper in their room? Anyway, yeah.
Huh.
So I can't tell the difference between them. I just Kus being alive here just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it is weird.
So
Being alive. Oh, wait. If we don't have a widow,
right, but if we don't have a widow, then Kus is evil.
that's what I'm saying. Which makes sense.
Right. That's where my question is leading. Like, it makes me not trust him at all.
Yeah, I agree. I absolutely agree. How
So how do I don't know how to differentiate Kus from
how
Occam.
did I think it's Occam. I think Occam is the kill.
Can you walk me through this?
So
because I can't tell them apart.
if Kus is evil claiming to have heard a widow ping on the basis
Kus nominated
Kus
Occam
being
yesterday.
a Scarlet Woman who wants to clear himself. God damn it.
You know, I could also see why
That's
would Kus
true.
nominate Occam yesterday?
Also true. Fuck. This is tough. I don't know. I do think
I think I have to choose.
I do think
right? I
that
have to
you
pick
are the
one.
last good alive, though.
I would be inclined to believe that. Yes.
Which means
I
it's
just
not
can't
Little
believe Kus is
Monsta. Which means something is off about. Okay, if it's not Little Monsta, Titus probably saw an actual poisoner in Eterna. Mathblade or Matthew. Matthew is being confirmed by Ryan Cassidy. I think Amy's evil. Which means I think.
Maybe.
Sorry. Which means I think Mathblade was starting demon. Which means one of Occam or Kusmos has been the Scarlet Woman. Who would make me mad at TheLost and Tony?
Who would make me mad at Titus? Who would make Gabby mad at Eterna? I don't know. I haven't heard of anybody being Harpy mad.
Yeah.
So. And I don't think we killed them. So.
God damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. Amy is pushing on Occam.
If Amy's pushing on Occam, then I want Kuzmos dead.
My heart is telling me Kuzmos. Like, Kuzmos being alive makes no sense to me. And if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But I just don't see a world in which player who got
When
the
was the
Widow's
minion
Call
next to the scapegoat day? The minion next to the scapegoat was when Occam. No, it's not minion. It was evil. Right? It's not. Was it a minion?
No, it was
The scapegoat neighbor's an evil player.
Yes.
So Occam is evil. We should have.
I don't
Occam
think
a
you
long time
you
ago.
give the demon that early.
I agree.
And so
I agree.
My heart is telling me Kuzmos.
I think Kuzmos. I think you're right.
And if I'm wrong,
if it's wrong, then Gambarimasu. But yeah, I think it's Occam, Mathblade, Kuzmos, Eterna. And I think Kuzmos is the right thing. I'm gonna try to recruit as many people as I can.
Yeah. All right.
And it would be really funny if there was.
So I think with your Savant information pointing to Occam being evil, I think both Kuzmos and Occam are evil. I think Occam is probably just a minion. Kuzmos is probably the demon.
The imp.
I'm guessing starting Scarlet Woman.
Starting Scarlet Woman. Two evils alive. Demon is an imp. Evil players have only died by accident. Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well,
All
I
right.
hope Tony D picks right.
I know. Same. Wait, demon is an imp or evil players have only died by execution, so there was a star pass at one point? Wait, evil players have only died by execution? Amy is an... Hold on.
I started at the top and worked my way down.
Do you factor in travelers to Savant information?
Yes. Unless an ability says not travelers.
Devious, evil, I'm on to you. All right, thank you.
Amy is an exile. Oh my god, it just clicked.
I would like to propose a world.
Oh, do tell.
Here we go. Day 6. Demon is an imp. Sorry, go ahead, Matthew.
I was just saying I've had my hand up the whole time.
Go ahead, Matthew.
And I was waiting for everyone to get back. I would like to posit my world. I believe Gabby is actually the widow of this whole game and has actually been setting up a world where Tony D looks good, but Tony D is not.
Okay.
I think Tony D is the Kazali or the imp, whichever one you want to pick with. I think Occam is probably the heartbeat, and I think Kus is my good.
Okay. Matthew. Tony D is the last remaining good alive. Day 6, Savant information. Demon is an imp or evil players have only died by execution. I was building the world where it was likely a Lil Monsta game where we had executed evils. The demon is an imp. Amy died by exile.
I'm not evil, Trace.
I don't believe you.
Oh,
Occam, I
okay.
believe, is probably minion based on Savant information. Kuzmos, I'm guessing, is starting Scarlet Woman who caught it from, I think, Mathblade. Because I think Matthew and Ryan were a pair, and I think Matthew is just good.
There was the last minion Atreides.
You.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, sorry.
Like the thing that in my gut is telling me it's Kuzmos, because the thing that I just cannot wrap my head around is why the person who saw the Widow's Call is still alive. Like, that person has to be good, right? So leaving somebody who has to be a good in Final 3, I just can't trust it.
You've got like 2 mayors to deal with first.
Literally, that was my point. I wanted to say it. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
I just had a clarification thing. Sorry, Amy.
go ahead.
Nikto, in a snitch game, would you, especially this big, would you give the demon and the minions pretty much the same bluffs?
No. Well, I can give anything to the demon or minions if it's a snitch game.
Okay, so Amy and then me. Amy, go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying, Dave. I think I lost my train of thought. Too soon.
Call me crazy. Let
Crazy.
me propose the world. Yeah, thank you, Apollo. Matthew had a fortune teller guess on them. Matthew starting Imp, Ryan Scarlet Woman. Ryan dying in the night made no sense over a Savant. Tells me that Savant, they were just milking for the most part. So Ryan Star Pass to Widow, that feeds the Savant info. That feels right.
So where does that put the current demon? Because everybody's dead in that situation.
It would be the Widow Koos.
I have no. Koos is starting Scarlet Woman, who learned that a widow was not in play due to the snitch.
No.
That's kind of a wild.
Who's,
I mean,
who's
possible.
starting Poisoner? And that
Eterna.
they're.
What?
Hello.
Koos is every evil on the ground.
No,
What
Koos is just a Scarlet Woman.
I'm more concerned about the 50-50 world with Akam and Tony, but in that world, I think Tony's more likely to be good there, and I think it's just Akam.
Nah.
Or not. Maybe it's not Akam.
Thanks.
I think it's 50-50 between Koos and Occam, but I'm more likely to believe Posthumous is the current demon right now.
I'm personally leaning towards Tony D being the demon, Occam being the minion.
We will see how the votes go.
I don't think
Thank you.
Occam would be holding Little Monsta or his demon. I think it's squarely between Koos and Tony, and I just don't think Koos is evil here.
It's not a Little Monster game, Ryan. It's an imp game.
Where?
Who's you should nominate Tony then?
Mathblade starting imp.
Is it for nominations being open or?
They're open. You have 10 seconds.
Kuzmos nominates Tony D.
All right, Kuzmos nominates Tony D.
I think most we've discussed it in town. I think the most likely demon is Tony D.
All right.
I am good. I hope I've done a good enough job convincing town that I am good. I think I've presented a cogent world as to why it cannot be me. In the world where I am a demon, there is a 0% chance that I'm leaving the Widow confirmed good player alive in Final 3. That is an insane thing to do, and I would not do it. I think that alone should disqualify me from being the demon. I will be nominating Kuzmos here. I think Kuzmos' presence in this Final 3 is the hardest thing for me to explain. So I think if you are good, please do not vote on me because I think I am the last good player alive. Thank you.
All right. Any pertinence before I begin this countdown? 2 votes will execute Tony D. If you think Tony D's the demon, I recommend you get more than 2.
All 5 people that were voting on that are
Occam's
good.
gonna raise.
Fascinating. So
Yeah.
weird. So
Yeah.
weird that my evil team is raising.
Yeah.
6 votes is enough.
I'm nominating Kuzmos.
All right. It's Kuzmos.
I think it should be obvious at this point that I am not evil. So, again, for me, it's a
Can only
50-50,
tie.
truly. But my gut is telling me it's Kuzmos, and if I'm wrong, I apologize. But, yeah, and Amy, damn you for betraying me.
All right. To Kuzmos. Oh wait, I didn't hit. I didn't hit the Dakota defense.
The world in which I'm the Scarlet Woman turned demon, I also got a snitch bluff for Widow, or just decided to come out with it. Like, this world makes no sense. Town, please do not let evil lift this.
All right. 6 will tie, 7 will execute Kuzmos.
I think I'm literally gonna stop playing games where travelers stay till the end of the game. I'm really done. Like, I'm just done. This is so feels bad and so frustrating.
Almost like
Well,
Ryan tunneled me evil once again.
Occam, I assume you're not going to nominate yourself, and also it cannot be beaten. No one is executed. And I'm just going to imagine that somebody is going to die at night. And we will go.
I was a time.
I'm the soldier. You can't kill me.
The team is one. Oh god, this game was so incredibly difficult for me to run.
My hand down.
I was so confused. Dear God. Let's see. We will start with Matthew, your pixie. Matthew saw Philosopher on the first night, and that is because Ryan Cassidy was your philosopher who became the mayor on the second night. And then when Ryan was attacked, I chose to let them die because Matthew is confirming Ryan, and Matthew is also confirmed to some degree by Gabby, your Savant, which is just a big confirmation chain that felt like it. If Ryan lived to Final 3, I don't think that Evil would have won that in any world. When Ryan became the philosopher, they made the Lost Tony drunk, the actual starting mayor. Lost Tony was attacked on Final 5, and I decided to let the kill go through because at the time I thought that it was actually the best thing for the good team would have been to let that mayor die because the other two good players seemed way more trusted. And then we went into Final 4 and everyone was accusing everybody, and I went, I've made a mistake.
I agree.
I completely did not think that you guys would. It did not feel like you guys were going to turn on each other on Final 4 as hard as you did, but you did. Let's see. Going over to our kills, we had Minty, who was your Undertaker, who died having learned absolutely nothing. Atreides, who was your monk, who had protected Apollo twice. Apollo was your fortune teller, who picked their neighbors and got a no, and then picked Matthew and Math played 2 nights in a row and got a yes both times. That no was on Titus, your investigator, who saw Gabby or Eterna as the poisoner, Eterna being your actual poisoner, who poisoned Minty and then got executed. Let's see. Tony D was your snitch, who gave the evil team bluffs. Amy was your scapegoat, who was evil and who was exiled for anything with their ability. That means that and Dave was your Raven Keeper, who executed themselves. Mathblade was your starting imp, who, when they were executed, passed it to Kusmos, your Scarlet Woman, with Occam being your Harpy the entire game. Mathblade's bluffs were Steward, Balloonist, and Soldier. Occam received the exact same bluffs because the two of them were sat next to each other, and I felt it would have been a bit unfair to give them too many. Kus, I believe, received Steward, Balloonist, and Widow so that it could bluff a Widow's Call, which they did. And Eterna received, I think, Steward, Recluse, and Goblin, which was just a throwaway, so that they could claim Goblin when Titus the Investigator saw them. A plan that was very much foiled by Apollo's fortune-telling, although I think that if Eterna was the real Recluse, I would not have said a yes there either way.
One day, Ryan Cassidy will not tunnel on me as evil, and that will be an incredible day. But I had to solve, so I'm satisfied with my game.
I would just like to very much thank you, Storyteller, for making everyone somehow believe I was evil on the first day.
I mean, it was there was the investigator thing, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give Eterna the bluff of Recluse that they could, do things about that.
I have to.
And then
I have to go.
Have a good one, Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, but in for next.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Occam made Gabby mad at you by Harpy. Also, to go through Gabby's Savant statements really quick, exactly one character with a misregistration related ability. I didn't say a misregistration from their ability, but a misregistration related ability, which was Apollo, your fortune teller, the red herring. Or the outsider counts modified at setup that is false. Exactly 2 players are currently drunk or poisoned. The only player drunk or poisoned was Lost and Tony, who was philo drunk by Ryan. And all evil end the game with a bluff, that was Snitch. There's an alive, sober, healthy pixie, that's true. Matthew, alive, sober, healthy goblin, that's false. One of the previous days included 2 true statements, that's false. And the scapegoat neighbors an evil player, that's Occam. The starting widow is the current demon, is false. There are 2 alive evils, that is Occam and Posthumous. It is an imp game, which is true. Or evil players have only died by execution, which is false because Amy was the evil scapegoat who was exiled, and Atreides gave me the most.
I did. Once I figured out all of the tricks, everything clicked. It was well done,
Yeah.
honestly.
I
do
was
think
cool.
this is my last time playing with a traveler who stays for the entirety of the game.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
was-
stand it. I absolutely can't stand it, and I am notably salty.
Good game, everyone.
Bro,
Good game.
I'm also sick and tired of travelers who stay the whole game.
I'm also kind of sick of it too. And I don't get me wrong, like, don't get me wrong, I benefited from this game, but I have a hard rule when I storytell is like 3 or fewer days. I do not care.
I'm sick of these motherfucking
Amy,
snakes on
I
this
didn't-
motherfucking plane.
Why didn't you believe me when I came to you and said I was the goblin and asked if you were on my team?
Because I only knew one player on the team, and I
Hello.
It's all right, bud. We figured it out.
I know.
count them as a win in my group.
I know.
Ryan just like always thinks I'm evil for some reason. so-
I don't understand why neither Ryan nor Matthew believe me, and I honestly think that it was just probably Amy doing a lot of social work. So
Maybe, I don't know, but I'm satisfied because I had the right world and I had the right reasons.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
the vote is whatever.
Yep.
I don't really count wins and losses, but I think
I know, and
that
and
last
you're not
conversation-
wrong. It's just like it is
I
frustrating.
get where you're coming from.
When
why be a traveler? Like we could have had 15 players in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did basically, and we have no way to know. So. But yeah, I thought we did good work on that last day, figuring out what the world was. So,
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
bud. Don't feel too bad about it.
I don't. I truly don't. But it's just like we had 15 total players, and 5
Yeah.
of them were evil.
Yeah, I don't agree with making the traveler evil.
Like
that doesn't make
in
any
a
sense to
Lord
me
of
at all.
Typhon game, there's a reason why you add an extra evil, and that's because once you find where the evil is, you know exactly where the demon is. In a base 15-player game, there's a reason that you don't. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop ranting.
I'm with. Look, I hate trailers. Excuse me, I hate travelers. I don't
I also
ever
hate
put them in my
trailers.
games.
I don't.
I
mind.
don't.
I just don't like 30 minutes of trailers when I'm trying to watch fucking Deadpool versus Wolverine. Okay.
It was so obvious to me because that it had to, like, it wasn't obvious that it had to be you. What my gut was telling me it had to be you because your presence in the final 3, like I said, just made no sense. So,
From a world where Tony's good, it makes no sense for Coos to be alive. The problem in my solving was 2 mayors died consecutively with no bounces. Therefore, it's almost always a Little Monsta game, and therefore Coos is just good in Little Monsta. That's where I couldn't see past.
But why? I think I explained why I thought it could not be a Lil Monsta because the Lil Monsta kills were so brutal for good. Like, why even put these tokens in the bag if you're just going to kill them immediately?
Right.
Yeah,
See, that's why I read it was good, but then it was mechanics. Like,
yeah, I think that if this was an actual Lil Monsta game and Koos was good, I probably would have actually killed Koos first because the benefit of Lil Monsta is in, or at least the kills in Lil Monsta should leave open worlds but kill confirmed players. So I would have actually left a lot of the info roles alive for a longer period of time if they weren't confirmed.
I mean, I think Minty, Atreides, and then Coos, and then, like, we Gaddy. I think that's almost certainly the first 4 kills. And they weren't.
I think that
Little Monsta?
In Lil Monsta, I probably would have killed Koos, Atreides, and then who knows because we had. Then it would
Why
have.
kill the monk early in Little Monsta? It's just the one player you can't kill. I don't think it's that strong.
Well, no, it's the reason why I would kill Monk there is because, first of all, Monk is really, really weak. And second of all, if Koos is good and is actually a Widow with an actual Widow in play, it's
Thanks.
forced there's a Widow in
Yeah.
play.
And there's also the thing that a demon, if they were aware of a monk in a widow world, would kill the monk. So by not killing the monk and leaving the monk alive, you're practically screaming Little Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
that's the problem.
it's like a very neutral
Find the balance.
game
I
that
can't
lets
remember Oh, it was something Nikto said. Where Nikto, we were talking about the snitch bluffs. And
his
Nikto
phrasing.
said something about I can show 3 rolls that just aren't in the game, and that's when it clicked. I was like, got it.
The other thing was the Savant info. Like I thought, me and Atreides had talked about that you're gonna give away the demon like that early in the game with the Savant information. Like that didn't track either, so that's also kind of what we was leaning Kusmos.
Yeah, I mean, I think Atreides, I'm pretty sure that I think the last time that One Cat Mosh Pit was run on stream, I even did outright say that I really wanted to give a minion Widow when there's no Widow in the game, so they can bluff a Widow's call really easily.
I don't remember that, but that's fair, honestly. It is a very good... I'm going to keep that in mind. Hey, it's Atreides. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so that you can catch the weekly installments here. If you're looking for more ways to support the channel, you can treat yourself to some lovely merch at the store link below, or join our growing band of supporters on Patreon. Even what amounts to a Starbucks coffee a month really helps us out, and you get some fun free perks for doing so. Shout out to our current members. We are incredibly lucky and grateful to have your support. Thank you so much again for watching, and we will see you next time.